Hi, and welcome back to Sailing Zephyr. Lately, we've been cruising around the Bahamas, and with over 700 islands to explore, the possibilities are endless. If you would like to support our journey, a great way is by clicking the subscribe button. Enjoy the video, guys! Last week, we left off here, us coming through a super sketchy route to try and get to an anchorage. Next minute, this happens. We've hit the bottom. Thankfully it's sand and we're trying to get off now, but this is terrible. We're on this higher bit here. As the seriousness of the situation really hits home, I become more and more nervous. Needless to say, we've never been in a situation like this, so we are unsure what to do. After a fair amount of panicking from me, we place our anchor off our port quarter and a kedge off to our starboard quarter. What are you going to do?
I'm going to set a kedge so we don't get drifted any further.
Now that we had secured the boat as best we could, it was time to get in and really have a look at the situation.
Well guys, I've officially gone and done it. I beached Zephyr. That's right, we are stuck on a sandbar. Right now we're in 3 feet of water and the tide has about another hour to drop, so it's going to get a bit shallower, and then the tide will come up, and hopefully once the tide gets up high enough we should be able to back out of here and get off. I mean, it's a beautiful place to get beached, and luckily it's just sand and weed, so it's nice and soft. But yeah, kind of sucks. I've really bodged this one up, and I'm sure I'll never hear the end of it from anybody. But yeah, so right now I've got a stern anchor going off that way because we want to go backwards, and I've got another one going off that way from the windlass, and that's holding us from going forward anymore. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm sure there's other things to do here that I'm not thinking of, but yeah, we don't want to go that way. That's more shallow water, and shallow water that way, so just got to try and go backwards. Yeah, it's surprising, like we only just touched, we were in deep enough water, we're going, and then there's just a mound that came up and just misjudged it, and we only just touched, and I had the power off right away, and that was like we're on the bar, so I started hitting it back and just couldn't get the boat off it. I really thought we would have been okay.
From here on out, it became a waiting game. As each hour passed, the greater the lean on Zephyr and the greater our anxiety. Yeah, we're out, completely out.
So there you go. Nose is out, you can see we're up on this bar, the tide's dropping.
It's gonna drop way more. But there really wasn't much else for us to do but wait it out. It's not like a little bit either, it's pretty hectic.
So there you go. Not looking too good, eh? Well, it's just like we're putting it on the hard ourselves. So anyways, we're just gonna maybe have some food here, and I'm gonna lick my wounds.
Low tide, okay, but we still got freaking forever. Another hour and a half. How much water are you going to lose then? So what James is doing is, because our rudder is actually the same length as our keel, just like maybe that much difference, like it's nothing. So of course if our keel's on the floor, then that means the rudder is, so we have to keep digging out the rudder, because we don't want to break the rudder. So that's what James keeps doing.
Clear.
Huh?
Still clear.
Still clear. So that's what James keeps doing now, is just checking on that and clearing it. We've got about another hour to go till low, and as you can see now, we're on a full lean here. Look at that.
Yeah.
So we had quite a few cruisers come out and check on us, and it was always a pleasant sight to know people were around and willing to help in any way. We absolutely love that family feel in the boating community. At the moment, we're trying to dislodge our anchor, which we set at the beginning trying to pull the boat back. We set it out here so that we could kind of pull the boat back when we thought that we could do that at the beginning. But now we're at dead low tide. Our boat's sitting in 2.5 feet and we're trying to dislodge this, but it is so dug in there. I don't know how we're gonna get this out, but we want to get this out because it's literally not doing anything right now and it's just kind of sitting on the boat there. So oh, Zeph.
Oh, the Zephyr.
Holy cannoli. That's a bad sight to see. Thankfully it's all sand underneath, but she's not looking great. We've got nothing else to do. There's nothing we can do at the moment, so trying to retrieve our anchor is probably the best thing we can do right now. Keeps us busy and our minds off things for a bit. We're at dead low tide at the moment, and
Shoot, 3 minutes past low tide.
3 minutes past low tide. So if the rule of 12s follows, we should see a massive change in the 3rd and 4th hour. That's when the big volume of water will be coming back in. So James has managed to get the anchor off the ground. So he's just walking it to the front now. I got out because I am absolutely burning to a cinder right now. What time is it now? It's 3:43. It must be shark feeding time right now because they're all coming in. I just can't wait till we're level again at least, you know? But then I'm just nervous we're still not going to be able to get out. We are still on a lean, not the right kind though.
So put it like...
yeah. But it is now 4:15, which means it's an hour past low tide. And we can already see the tide has changed and now it's coming in. At least the worst is kind of over.
All right, guys. Well, it is 5:30, so that means we're about 2.25 hours past low tide. The boat is already flattening out massively.
So the rule of 12s, if you're ever in this situation, right now we're talking about the first 6 hours. So from low tide, which was 3 o'clock for us, and then we're working towards high tide in 6 hours time. So the way it works is the first hour you're only going to see about 8% increase in your tide. Then in the second hour, it goes up to 16%. And then in the third and fourth hour are the highest time, the volume of water coming in is the highest. And that goes right up to...
I think it was 25%.
25% for both hours. And then after that, it goes back down to the 16%. And then after that, it goes down to the 8%. So right now, we're in the highest volume of water.
Just kind of started the 25%.
Yeah,
hasn't it?
and
So
you can feel it already because our boat is already
it's
like
flattening out
flat.
so quick.
Yeah. Which now you can walk, and it's kind of like how we came into this. What's happening?
Wow, just having a look.
Yeah.
Whew. The rudder's fully clear now. It's actually got
Yeah.
distance below the rudder.
Okay.
Keel doesn't look like we're quite off, but you can feel the boat wiggling around now, so I think we're getting close.
As you can see, we're totally flat now. So, yeah, we're definitely getting closer and closer, which is a good thing. Oh my goodness, just feel so stressed and like, I don't know how to describe the feeling. Like you could lose it all, we could lose it all kind of thing. And it's been like that, like the whole day. And I thought as the boat went back to being flat, I would feel a bit better, but now I'm getting nervous about, you know, hopefully pulling this off and getting off okay. So I think I've gone like full circle now and back to how I felt at the beginning, which I kind of feel like that again. So I guess if I was a crier, this would be the crying time, but I'm not much of a crier, am I?
Yeah.
Anyway. I really want that guy to come back.
Oh yeah.
He's on a charter boat, and he was a local from here, and he just made you feel so at home and like safe. He was like, you guys are gonna be okay? You guys are gonna be okay? It's king tide. And I just want him to come back because he just makes you feel better instantly, like, okay, everything's gonna be okay, you know? And somebody telling you that over and over makes you feel like you are gonna be okay, you know? We have the one anchor off our stern here on the starboard side holding us in place, so that when we come loose, I'm gonna crank on that on the winch there, and then James is gonna hopefully steer the boat back and get us off here. The problem is there's a shallow bit just
Where the anchor is.
Where the anchor is, so it's a tricky situation, a tricky spot. Still, they always say there's two types of boaters. Ones that have run aground and others that will run aground. So at least now we've kind of done it. The boat seems to be doing okay. We'll have to check everything, obviously, the keel bolts and everything really, and see how all that's faring. But for the moment, it seems to be okay. And now we're back to being flat. So that's a good thing.
Guys, we are moving backwards.
Okay, let's go.
Go.
Finally, we are off the bottom, but our happiness is short-lived. We're stuck again? Yeah. We're stuck again.
I know.
In a different spot, but stuck again. So we're going to try and wait it out again, and hopefully it goes up a bit more, and then we can drive out of here. But right now we're stuck. We have to be patient, so we sit back and let the tide fill in. Finally out of shallow water. We're just going to drop in here, which isn't the best spot apparently to drop, but we're so agitated from it all that it's probably the best spot for us right now, and then we'll just figure it out later, tomorrow probably, find another spot. Not a good spot, so we're going somewhere else. it.
Oh my goodness.
We did it.
Come here, baby.
Oh my God. I'm gonna kill you.
Kill me. That was, we got off, like all of a sudden we just started backing up. I was like, nah, we're moving. And we got off, we turned around, as we turned around we got stuck again. And then we got off, yeah. And then as we were going, we hit like our little hump, so we got stuck again, but then we got off, and then we hit another hump. You missed the show!
You missed the whole show! You should have been there to see it.
Well, we gotta go grab our catch before it gets dark.
Yeah,
so,
we're gonna. Thank you so much for coming out, though.
You guys are in Bond tomorrow night.
Come after the blue hole tomorrow.
Yeah.
Come see us on our boat.
Okay, perfect.
Blue.
Sounds great.
Awesome.
I could see him right there.
Well, try taking the boat there. I'm joking. Let's try it all over again.
There, but I'll start from here.
There's also a ton of line that we have to get. I love that these guys came out to help us.
That was amazing. We did it ourselves and we got off ourselves.
Look at that sunset.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The kedge definitely worked. That's what pulled us off in the end, I reckon.
I know. Oh my God.
Oh, that bad boy dug.
Uh-oh.
No, but it pulls right out. So.
Okay. Got it?
Yep. The world's best anchor.
It really saved us. I'll
The
tell you what,
anchor pulled
Fortress,
Zephyr.
I love you right now. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It's like the best ever. Zephyr was right there. For how many hours? You were stuck
8 hours.
8 solid hours. Oh, so good to see Zephyr floating again. I thought I'd never see the day.